So, the big hot topic question of the season is Beast's makeup. Okay, this goes back to budget and time. Now, granted, like I said, a lot of our budget went towards makeup, but Beast's episodes and his time frame came at a point of the season where our funds were really, really low. So we could only make like one or two of the appliances that would have been Beast's face, and so we wound up having to reuse them, which unfortunately turned out making him look like he looked. And we apologize for that, but it was all that we had to do with the budget that we were given, because we had, if you've seen season 2 thus far, all the makeups that had to happen, me and my two head designers, Tim and Faith, we designed all the makeup for that season, and it was a crap ton of makeup, and that was a big part of the budget. But unfortunately, pouring the prosthetics and getting the materials to make the molds and all of this stuff, that cost a lot of money. So trying to make multiples just was kind of tough. But I think that it did what it needed to do, and we did our best with what we had. So keeping in mind it's a fan film, so we don't have all that kind of money.
The next question is, why is the Shadowking not in the Storm's origin story? Well, the real answer is just because the actor did not show up on set to do it. That's the real answer, and I'm kind of holding back. But that's the reason why. But Storm has such a big story to tell that I will be going back to it. She may even have her own short film, because Storm has a lot of story to tell, and I didn't want to try and dumb it down with other stuff. So it still worked even without Shadowking. But no, I never forgot about Shadowking. He was supposed to be in that story, and that's another reason why the episode was as short as it was. So yeah, that's the answer for that.
And on the subject of Storm, let's clear up a couple things, because there were a couple of questions, not so much questions as statements as about Storm. Storm is in fact African.
She is.
There is a very long and detailed history to Storm's origin, which we actually covered per the origin story. Her African mother married a New Yorker. They moved back to Harlem, and she was born. They then moved back to Egypt, where she grew up for a while before she wound up going off on her own.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is African. She's not American the way that Halle Berry portrayed her, who could have put in a bit more effort, I thought. But
she tried in the first movie and then gave up halfway through. But, you know.
Yeah, do not think that Storm is the way any of the X-Men movies are, or the X-Men anime, because that is not Storm. That's a Halle Berry Storm, but that's not Storm, and we all know that. So.
She's very African-based, very goddess-based.
And we actually lucked out having an authentic Nigerian person play her in season one. But, you know, we had to do what we had to do.
But the thing about Erica, who plays Storm, she knows every single thing about Storm. She could tell you facts up and down, so don't worry. The actress who were playing Storm, not only does she do a great job, but she is a Storm fan, a #1 Storm fan, so...
We got this covered.
We got it covered. Moving forward, a lot of you wondered why we have not addressed the fact that Mystique is Nightcrawler's mother. Truth of the matter is, we were planning on doing that. There was an episode that we had written about Mystique's origin story, which went into Nightcrawler being her son. But due to budget and time and stuff like that, we can get that done. We may address it in the future, but rest assured, we are going to probably address that down the line. But right now, it just wasn't in the cards for this season. So.
Mystique is still Nightcrawler's mother in this continuity.
It is so true.
We just couldn't show you yet.
Yeah.
In the Brotherhood episode, somebody asked if Avalanche was Korean, since we're hopping all around the world and Avalanche shows up in Korea. That was actually a creative choice by me. Avalanche is a terrorist. That's what he does. He's from the Mediterranean originally, but
he's Greek, right?
Crete, I believe, he's from that specific island of Crete. But he's a terrorist. He does military crime, and so I made the creative choice to stick him in a military prison. And I thought, where better than over in the demilitarized zone in Korea? And so he just happens to pop up there. Everybody else pops up in their respective country of origin, but Avalanche is a contract terrorist. So I put him somewhere in the world.
Next question is Magneto's voice seems kind of off. There's a reason why you actually didn't even hear Magneto speak in the first episode of season 1. It's just because the actor looks amazing. He looks really good as Magneto, but he's a Southerner, so he talks like this and is really strong. So we can't have Magneto talking like that at any cost. So
it was agreed with the actor now that we were going to do this.
But we brought in another, the guy who plays the older Magneto in Days of Future Past. We just brought him in to dub his voice for Magneto, but since they have 2 different acting styles, it was kind of hard to
match them together,
match them perfectly. So if Magneto's voice does seem a little off in season 2, in the Rogue episode and the Brotherhood episode, that'd be the reason why. Because of that.
Yeah, our body acting Magneto he's got a great look, and he actually has a really great presence.
Yeah.
Very good.
He was a real good sport about
it. Very good physical acting for it, but it's just a matter of voice. So we had to Darth Vader the whole thing.